All right, well, good morning, each and every one of you. It's so good to see you, and happy Monday morning. And yeah, let's get right to it. Let's get right to practice. So come into downward facing dog. Let's just get into it. Downward dog and pedal it out. Come feel into your body this morning. Yeah, hoping some of you got outside. Enjoy our beautiful weekend weather and just stretch out the backs of your legs and your calves and Achilles and feet. Yeah, any movement that feels good. If you want to lift a leg or shake your head yes and no, you can do that. And press a little deeper into one hand and then the other hand. Just allow your shoulders and hands and wrists to warm up like you're kneading the floor like a cat. And take a full deep breath in through the nose. Exhale out your mouth. 2 more times like that. In through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. 1 more. Slow, full, deep breath in all the way. Empty it completely all the way out. And then walk your feet to your hands, coming into ragdoll, forward fold at the front of your mat. Ragdoll, you can hold on to your elbows, opposite hand to opposite elbow, or weave your hands through your biceps. And perhaps you sway or move a little bit, or you can just be there right where you are in stillness. Drop your head, drop the weight of the head drop, move it around, yes and no. I would encourage you to soften your joints here, soften your knees, so create a little bend so the hinge is a little bit higher into the hips, less in the waist. Good. And then drop your hands to the floor. And bring your hands up to your hips. Point your elbows to the sky. Root down and come all the way up to stand. Just rise up. Stretch your arms up overhead. Maybe even look up. Touch your palms together and draw your hands to your heart center. And you can close your eyes or gaze down at your fingertips. And we'll begin with the sound of Om this morning. It could also be a hum, or you can choose to listen. Breathe in. Open your eyes and move through sun salutation A. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, forward fold, dive in. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step or float back, high plank to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe here. Take 1 more breath in. Breathe out. Look forward and step or float forward. Your feet to your hands. Lift halfway, inhale. Bow forward, exhale. Root down, rise up, inhale, extended mountain. Exhale, right back down, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, high to low push-up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. One more breath in. Breathe out. Look forward and step or float forward. Lift halfway, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe down, reach up, extended mountain. Maybe even up and back. Exhale, bow forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, chaturanga. You can step back or hop back. Low push-up. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. The bottom of your next exhale, look forward, bend your knees, step or float. Bring your feet to your hands. Lift halfway, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, extended mountain. One more time through. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And chaturanga, low plank. It can be a step or a float back. Upward facing dog, inhale, really unravel and open. Downward facing dog, exhale. Pull your hips up to the sky. Drishti, eyes to one point, set your gaze. Ujjayi, breathing. And bandhas, it's the foundation from your hands and your feet, pull into your core. Inhale, lift to your tiptoes. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward, step or hop. Halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Utkatasana, chair pose. Bend your knees. Sit your hips down low, thunderbolt or chair. Yeah, good, Sue. Sit back and down. Your weight back into your heels. Maybe your toes lift and spread. So I really want the toes light and spread the toes out on the mat. Spread the bones of the feet. Good, Maria. Yeah, just breathing right here. Just breathing, seeing, feeling. Inhale, sit 5 inches lower. Inhale, 5 inches lower. Exhale, forward fold. Nice, Jennifer. Halfway lift, breathe in. And Vinyasa, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Step your right foot to your right hand, warrior one. And just find your fullest expression right here. There's a point, a moment in the pose. You go to the edges, and there's a place right there where there's a receiving that occurs. This receiving, this feeling that the flesh floods into your body, into the cells of your body. You can find that spot, like your fullest expression. Breathe in, go up and back, and chaturanga, low plank, exhale. Upward facing dog or cobra, breathe in. Downward facing dog. And then left foot forward for warrior one. Step your left foot to your left hand. Nice, Chris. And then if you stepped into a stance, you took a stance that's not right, just change it. There's this, I think we find this power and the ability to that's not right. And I can switch it and change it and get to where I need to be, get to where you need to be here to receive. Yeah, you put in the effort and then you go up and then you receive the benefits. And hands to the mat, high to low push-up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Nice, Deb. And breathe. Eyes open, neck relaxed. See what you see. Feel what you feel. Get present. Inhale, lift to your tiptoes. Bend your knees, exhale. Look forward. Step or float forward. Lift halfway, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees, sit low, reach high, Utkatasana, chair. Uttanasana, forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift, breathe in. Chaturanga, low plank, exhale. Empty. Upward facing dog, inhale, nice seat in. Downward facing dog, exhale. Step your right foot forward, warrior one. Let your breath lift you up. Rise on the inhale. Hands to the mat, low push-up, exhale. Empty. Upward facing dog, fill up, inhale. Downward facing dog, empty, exhale. Left foot forward, stay empty. Then inhale, reach up, look up, warrior one. Hands to the mat, step back, then exhale, lower, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, breathe in. Downward facing dog, breathe out. Just breathing here. Noticing the energy that's moving and coursing through your body that you're generating, what you're creating through movement, the power of movement, discipline, mindfulness. Inhale to your tiptoes, bend your knees, exhale, step or float, bring your feet to your hands. Lift halfway, inhale, exhale, forward fold. And again, sun B, bend your knees, inhale, Utkatasana, chair. Uttanasana, forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift, breathe in, fill up. Chaturanga, exhale, low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right foot forward, warrior one. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left foot forward, warrior one. Moving from core, from the floor to the core. And Chaturanga Dandasana, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your right leg to the sky. And then curl your knee to your nose, right down the middle. Just squeeze your air out, hold. Inhale, leg to the sky. Do it 2 more times. Exhale, curl it in, knee to nose. Once more, inhale, stretch it up and back. Exhale, curl, knee to nose. And then step your right foot forward. Stay in a low lunge. Pause right there, low lunge. Yes. And then I'm going to give you 2 options. So option 1 would be to pick up the ball of the right foot. You turn all 10 toes to the right. So you're on the outer edge of the left foot. And the right foot can come back a little if you want it back a little. And then right arm up. It's a variation of side plank. Or you can step the right foot back and stack it on the left, coming into your full side plank. Or you keep that foot forward, which becomes more of an IT band stretch, outer hip stretch. Even drop the hips down a little bit. Or side plank, yeah, or any variation of side plank. Lift a little higher, reach up, open up through the chest. Good, and then hands down, you'll step back, downward facing dog. We'll try the other side. Take your left leg up, breathe in. Then exhale, curl it in, knee to nose. Come forward, bring your heart over your fingertips. Inhale, stretch it up and back like you're in slow motion, like you're moving through water. Exhale, knee to nose, curl it in, come forward. Pause. 1 more time, inhale, stretch it back. And this time, step it forward, so you're in a low lunge. And then you can either pick up the ball of the left foot, turn it to the left, Come to the outer edge of the right foot. Take your left arm up or step the left foot back, side plank, or any variation. Maybe you float the left leg up. Maybe you catch the foot. Good, Sue. Nice, Jennifer. Lift your hips up higher. Good, Sherry Lynn. Or if you're on the foot, like if you're in that twisted variation of the lunge, you can even drop your right hip towards the floor, slightly really stretching through the right outer hip, side body. One more breath. And then hands down, downward facing dog. Good. Walk your hands to your feet. Walk to the back of your mat. Clasp your hands over your sacrum and just rinse out the shoulders right here. Relax your hands back to the floor. Walk it back forward, downward facing dog. And then step your right foot forward, crescent lunge. Stay high on the ball of the back foot. You actually press the left heel forward over the ball of the foot. And if you feel like that pitches you too far forward, slide the right leg back more. Good. Bring your hands to your hips right here. And then drop the back knee till it touches the floor. So sink down, just let it touch. Good. Now try to keep the hips that low and straighten the back leg, but keep the hips low. A little different. Good. Now reach up. Reach up. Yes, squeeze in, hips low, right? Hips low, tail down. Pull the pit of the belly in. Reach up higher. And then bring your hands to your heart and revolve to the right. Hook your left elbow. And if you prefer the back knee down, you can drop it or keep it lifted. But yeah, your hips are descending. Hips go down, back thigh lifts up. Nice, Hadley. If you'd like to bind, you can straighten the arms and corkscrew the right arm behind the back, and the left arm goes under both legs. It's farther than you think. That's right. So good, Chris. You open. Yeah, just like that. Yeah, and it's like even if you can't, you're right there. You're like 1 inch away. And even if you can't touch, it's okay. Stay there. Just stay right there and pin both shoulders back. Expand the chest. Good, Kate. And then don't let the hips rise. Stay low. Warrior 2. Stay low. Come up and around. Warrior 2. Good, Hadley. And if they did come up, just bring them back down. You want that front thigh parallel to the floor. So if I were to place an apple on your right thigh, it's not going to roll off. Most of you, it's rolling off. Go a little deeper. Good, Mike. And then side angle. You can lean to the right. Set your right forearm to your right thigh or right fingertips to the floor. So you open up to the left. And left arm can be straight up. Or if you like extended, the overhead, that's fine too. Or even wrap it behind your back. Maybe you take a full bind. Maybe you like bind to bird of paradise, or bind to, there's an arm balance, scissor legs, or a variation of side plank here. Good. Press your shoulders back, hips forward, lift up away from that bottom arm. Good, Sue. Find your center, moving, breathing, having everything from your center. And then look down, high to low plank. Just move through Vinyasa, upward facing dog. Good, Eden. Downward facing dog. Stay there. Take a breath. Let's take 3 breaths, just cleansing breaths. In through the nose, out through the nose or mouth. Jennifer, lift your left belly. Yes, good. Take a breath in. Empty. Step your left foot forward, crescent lunge. Left foot to left hand. And then reach your arms up. Yeah, a lot of you, I would slide the right leg back a little, like slide it back. And then bring your hands to your hips. And let's try that again where you dip down. So the back knee will touch, like it doesn't rest. Let it touch. Keep the hips that low, then straighten. Yeah, there's your hip flexors. Then stretch your arms up. And you really want the tailbone to lengthen down. It's not really a tucking, but a lengthening of the tailbone down, a lifting of the front rim of the pelvis up. So the belly and the core firm up. Then bring your hands to your heart. Pause, just pause. And then twist. Lean forward and twist to the left. Hook your right elbow. Get re-grounded in your feet. You can point the left elbow towards the ceiling. Bring your thumbs to heart center. That's from the pressing of the palms. And rotation, then open the arms or take any variation. Maybe you corkscrew the left arm behind the back, the right arm goes under the thigh. Good, Deb. Nice. Good, Kate. Nice, Mom. Yeah, maybe you even take your eyes up. Look up to the sky, to the ceiling and beyond. And then don't let the hips rise. Warrior two. Unwind, but keep it low. Stay low. We'll work on that. Good job. Yeah, and if you do lift, you just come right back in with intention, holding yourself to account. And then left forearm to left thigh, tip to the left, side angle warrior. And there's a press. You press into the forearm to open, expand from your center. From your center, you expand out. From the periphery, you hug in. From the center, expand out. Take any variation. It could be a half bind or full bind or bind to bird of paradise. Or yeah, play, be at play, curious. What's possible? Maybe it's a bound half moon here. That's a possibility. The right leg floats. Yeah, who knows? Good, Mike. Lift the chest, pin the shoulders back, look up, and then look down and high plank. Good work. Nice, Chris. Low plank, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Ha, breathing. And then you'll bend your knees and you'll just take 10 hops front to back. It can be tiny hops halfway up the mat, or you can step forward and step back if you don't want to hop this morning, or hop to touch the back of the wrists and hop back. Or maybe you hop up and clap your feet above you and land lightly. Good, Hadley, push the floor away. Once you get 10 or wherever your last one is, you'll bring your feet between your hands. Whenever you get there, 10 or hop your feet between your hands. Good, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees, chair pose, Utkatasana. Just pause. Bring your hands to your heart, revolve to the right. Hook your left elbow to the right thigh or left elbow to the inside of the left thigh. Open your arms. If you can, if you want, open. Good, forward fold, let that go. Bring your feet to hip width distance, catch your big toes with your peace fingers. Halfway lift. Exhale, bow forward. Bend your elbows, bow. Allow the weight of your head to drop. And release your toes, toe heel the feet together. Utkatasana, chair or hip width is fine too. You find your distance. Bring your hands to heart center, revolve to the left. Hook your right elbow to the left thigh or right elbow to the inside of the right thigh. And sit your hips lower than your heart. Open the arms if that's there for you, if that feels like a the neck, expression, but if not, it's okay. Hands at heart center is perfect. As sit back into the heels more and squeeze your glutes, your thighs, your knees, your ankles, like hugging into the center line, like you do the work and it works. Good. Forward fold. Let it go. Bring your feet to hip width. And then maybe you slide the palms of your hands under the soles of your feet. Lift halfway and exhale, bow, gorilla, gorilla asana. And then crow pose, crow or malasana squat. And just come right in or down for 5, 4, 3, 2, and chaturanga, step or float back or crawl back. And upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Ha. Walk your hands to your feet. Walk to the back of your mat. And then bend your knees and come rolling up to stand. And root down, stretch up, reach up, the sides of the body, reach up through the arms, fingers. Maybe you press the head back, lean back. And then eagle, you'll look straight ahead, take the right arm and wrap it underneath the left. Bend your knees, wrap the right leg up and over the left. Garuda asana. And bend the standing leg a little deeper. And pull the shoulders back. Stack the shoulders right above the hips. We're in eagle, Chris, at the back of the mat. Yeah, eagle. Good. Now listen carefully. You'll unwind the arms. Take them up and lift the right knee to your chest. Right knee comes up. Good. Now take a step up your mat for airplane. Step forward, tip forward, airplane. Pull the pit of the belly in, lift the shoulders up towards the ceiling. Bring your palms together at your heart center. For half moon, set the right fingertips down to the floor, 5 fingers, or grab your block. Stack your left hip on your right, flex your left foot. And I loved, Nick had a nice, when Nick Clark taught, a week ago or so, he said, look to your toes. So tuck your chin, look to your left toes, and then turn your head to look up. The chin stays towards the chest. Yeah, maybe you even bend the top knee here, catch the foot. Tuck your right hip underneath you, right butt cheek underneath you. Good work. Look down, forward fold. Let it go. Nice, Sue. Then catch your hips, point your elbows to the sky, root down, rise up. Good. Take a step forward with your left foot. Take a step forward. Bring your right foot to your inner left leg for tree. Right foot to inner left leg. And press your foot into your leg into your foot. Press your palms together. Press your shoulders to your back. And then interlace your hands and take the palms up. Squeeze your elbows in. Lengthen the sides of the body. So let the shoulders go up and straight back. Deltoids back. Take your eyes up if that's comfortable. Straight ahead's fine too. Deltoids up, sides of the body up and back. Lift up, go back. Press your hips forward. Pull into your center line to get up even taller. Lift an inch higher. And then set the right foot down and bow forward. Maybe swan dive, bow forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Step or float back. Chaturanga, low plank. It can be a double push-up or single push-up or no push-ups. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Walk your hands back to your feet. Hands to your feet. And then roll up to stand, extended mountain. Plug your feet down from your pelvis down, grow deeper roots and reach up even higher. And then eagle, left arm under and left leg over, Garuda Asana. And Garuda Asana, the eagle, the big picture. Seeing through the trees, seeing the long view, not getting stuck in the details, seeing like what, the bigger picture, your why, what's down the road. Sit deeper, a little deeper, sit deeper, bend the right knee deeper. And then stand up, reach up, bring the left knee up to the chest, reach up. Take a step forward with your left foot, airplane, swing the arms back, float the right leg up, pull the belly in, straight right leg, bend the shoulders to your back. So left foot's the base, right leg's floating. And then bring your hands to heart center, half moon, left hand reaches down. Right arm expands up. Yeah, you can have your hand on a block or a water bottle, a book, bathtub, whatever's close by. Chin to chest, look to your toes, then maybe look up. You can even bend the right knee, catch your right foot. It's called sugar cane or Chopasana. Tuck your bottom glute, left glute underneath you. Tuck it under. Pin the shoulders to your back and roll open. Roll open, Hadley, open up, look back, look behind you, open your throat. Yeah, good, forward fold. Like let that all go, just pause. Bring your hands to your hips, point your elbows to the sky, root down, rise up. And then step forward with your right foot, bring your left foot right up into the leg for half tree. Left foot to right leg. Good, tree, Vrikashana. Yeah, start with pressing the palms together. Press the foot into the leg, palms together so you find that center. Then interlace your hands, take them up. And if that doesn't work in your arms or wrists or hands, you can do something different. But you're really trying to just like find that center line from the periphery. You organize and stabilize your body from periphery pulling in to core. From that center place, you find your expression. Up and out, maybe go back. Like maybe, yeah, press your hip bones forward, lift the rib cage up. Good, Jennifer. Go up and back, lift up out of the low back, out of the waist. And then set the left foot next to the right, swan dive, forward fold, bow in, dive in. Halfway lift, breathe in. Through Vinyasa, high to low push-up, exhale. Upward facing dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale, nice Eden. Step your right foot forward, warrior two. We'll come right in and open up to warrior two. Yes, let's get low, like walk your left foot back a few inches. Yeah, get low. Bring your sit bone in line with your knee, like go low, a little lower. Good, now straighten the right leg. For triangle, don't move your feet. Press your hips to the left, slide your body to the right. And then let the right hand land, and it can land on your shin or 5 fingertips at the floor or block. Really keep pressing the hips left, tilting to the right. And drop your right lungs down, like right lungs press down, and you lengthen from the right hip crease to the right armpit, get longer. And then just like in half moon, you want to draw your chin to your chest, draw the chin, and then turn to look up, if that feels okay on the neck, looking up to the left thumb with your right eye. See the left thumb with your right eye. And from your center, let your left arm pull you up, bring your feet to parallel. Side facing wide leg forward fold. Or if you know you want to get into an inversion and want to come to a wall, you can get near a wall and take a headstand or handstand at a wall, or stay in this really beautiful forward fold. I love this wide leg version of a forward fold. Good, Sue Lopez. Draw your elbows in. Good. It's Jennifer. All I see is your feet. Good, Eden. Pull your hips back. Yeah, good. Now pull the belly and ribs in, Eden. Belly, ribs in. Squeeze your glutes, your legs. Yeah, if you're inverted, the lower body has to have this element of contraction and lift to pull you up out of your neck or out of your shoulders, away from your hands. Like push the floor down to go up. Good, Mike. You go in and out, like I see you and then I see the gourds. Okay, good. If your feet are up, you'll carefully bring them down. And then lift to a flat back. Good, stay there, stay there. And then hands are on the ground. Walk your hands around to your right foot. Turn your right toes forward, come into a lunge, bend the right knee, come into a lunge, right knee bends. Yep, bend the right knee. And then set the left knee down, pull your hips back, half splits. You'll pull the hips back and straighten the right leg, good. Pull the toes up towards the ceiling. And then you can stay there, or maybe you slide the right leg forward into or whatever leg's in front's fine. Into full splits or some variation. Or if pyramid is where you want to be. I was trying to keep you pyramid free today. But if you want to be there, you can be there. I have I was gonna say a love-hate relationship with pyramid, but it's really just a hate relationship with pyramid. But I know it's probably the one I need more than anything. I don't know why it's so hard. I find all the reasons to get out of it. I have to go to the bathroom. I need a drink of water. I don't know. Take a couple more breaths just right here, breathing. Okay, good. And then you'll find your way back through Vinyasa, high plank, low plank, or maybe it's double push-ups, or maybe it's skipping all of that, meeting us in downward facing dog. Nice form, Eden. Good. Good, Deb. Yeah, open up. Downward dog. You just want to take a full breath in. Empty, contract through the belly, then step your left foot forward lightly, warrior 2. Make sure you step wide, come up to warrior 2, and I'm gonna hold you here for a moment. And you just wanna check in. So you want your front foot either in line with the back arch, the left foot bisects the right arch or heel of the back foot. And then sit low, get low. So you want left sit bone even with the knee. So the sitting bone, you go lower, some of you a little lower. And if you need to go wider, go wider. And then straighten the left leg. Don't move the feet. Press your hips right. Slide the body left as far as it'll go. Then let the left hand drop down, right arm up for triangle. And if your feet just keep sliding apart, yeah, of course you can go narrower. But I was just playing with the idea of widening your base, of going someplace new, of discovering, like from what I discover when I go wider, if I can get my hand to the floor, is I have so much more freedom and space and ease. When I'm narrow, I feel like it's safer, but there's less possibility. Eden, I'm watching your dog and your kid. It's so cute. Your dog is adorable. And open up. See if you can open up. Maybe look up. You look up to your right thumb with your left eye. Good. And then let the top arm pull you up. Side facing, wide leg, forward fold, or you can take an inversion of your choice. Yeah, so you either fold forward and hinge, or maybe you come to a wall for a headstand or handstand or forearm stand, forearm balance. Breathing. Yeah, you can clasp your hands behind you. I see some of you rinsing out your shoulders. Good, Mike. Yeah, really coming into your center of gravity, center of your being, grounding down to whatever's on the earth. Feel the rebounding forces up into the hips or into your legs. Good. If your feet are up, you'll slowly start to bring them down. And then lift up, and you'll come around to the front into your lunge, and then half splits. So if you were on this leg last time, switch legs. Mike, I think you need to switch legs. And everyone else, left leg forward. Good. And then it's half splits. Pull the hips up and back and flex the front foot, or slide it forward, or pyramid is fine too, which is both legs straight and bowing over the left leg. You can use blocks under your hands or something under the left hamstring, and not forcing. Like here, it's like really just being in that space of allowing. You can make the stretch more dynamic by hugging muscle to bone in the legs. You hug the thigh muscles to the bones, or it can be a little bit more passive with some support. And just feeling into the edges of resistance, maybe in your physical body, it might be in your mental body, your mind. Take one more breath. Good, and then you'll ease out and move through Vinyasa, high plank, low plank, or maybe you want extra push-ups right here. Upward facing dog, you hold that and expand the chest, squeeze the muscles of the back. And then downward facing dog or child's pose is fine too, to breathe, to settle in, to check in, to tune in, like just look what's right here. Your next inhale, wave your body forward, coming into a high plank. And then slowly lower all the way down to your face down on your belly on the ground. Bring your arms by your sides for locust. You'll just come right up, arms down, palms down, and lift up. Locust. Good. And then go ahead and lower down. You can rest a cheek on a side or make a pillow. And then again, look down and inhale, up you come. Good, and then lower down and just rest. And then floor bow, so laying on your belly. Well, bend your knees, catch your feet, or you can stay in locust and you kick and lift. Press your shoulders back, draw your jawbone back, maybe look up. And then lower down, just rest. You can turn a cheek again, just rest. And then last one, floor bow or locust, catch your feet or arms by your sides. Nice, Maria. And then kick and lift. And it's this, you kick the feet into the hands and the hands pull against the feet. So you're in this push-pull. And lift a little higher, maybe get another set of ribs off the floor. Amazing, Hadley. And then lower all the way down. So Lopez, you have a new dog. Where did that dog come from? Bring your hands underneath you for upward facing dog. Palms down and up you come, shoulders back, slight bend in the elbows, and then downward facing dog. Just hold this for a moment. It's a nice counter pose. Good, and then drop your knees to the floor. For heroes, you're actually gonna sit back onto your heels. If you can, sit back onto your heels. Or you can sit on a block between the feet. Good, just heroes pose, just pause. And then I'm gonna give you some options. So you can stay here. This is a great pose for if you've got plantar fasciitis, the soles of the feet, for stretching the tops of the feet. It's a great pose for just like finding some stillness. You can stay. Or you can stand up on the knees for camel. Or in heroes, you can take your heels a little wider and you move the calf muscles out of the way so you actually sit between the heels. This is a quad stretch. And then some of you may be able to go backwards. So scoop the tail forwards and come all the way down. So this is one option. Another option is to stay kneeling, sitting, which does the same thing, just milder. And the last one is camel, where you stand up on your shins and move into a nice easy back bend. So either full heroes, reclined, good, or kneeling, or camel. Good, and if you're sitting on your knees, you'll stay. If you're in camel, come on up and pause. If you're on your back, stay. Yeah, and then here's another option for those of you that are all the way down on your back. Hadley, you may be able to do this. You bring your hands by your ears. It's almost like you're gonna go up into a wheel. Yeah, and you press yourself up and then bring your forearms to the floor. It's called Kapotasana. Yes, walk your feet, hands to your feet, set your forearms down, or second camel, or stay where you are. Good, good, nice. Yeah, camel or seated heroes or laying down heroes, breathing. And then slowly ease out. If you're up in Kapotasana, come back down. If you're on your back, you'll take a breath. Good, good. And then you'll gently transition to downward facing dog. Take your time. Good. Stretch out your feet. If you were seated on the feet, stretch out your feet, your calves. Pull the pit of the belly in. And then step or float your feet to your hands. Sit down, lay down on your back. And a few more back bends. And come into bridge pose. So feet flat. You can place a block under the hips if you want supported version of this. Or lift your hips up into bridge. Tuck your shoulders underneath you. Maybe even interlace your hands under your body. And then I like to go, I go up to the highest and then I drop it down 1 inch. and stay. And I find I get a deeper layer. It's not just the outermost layer of my body working. There's like the deeper layers when I come down 1 inch. We'll just hold this, about a minute hold and breathe. Good, and then release down and just let yourself pause at the floor. You can lay down on your arms if the arms are underneath you to stretch the shoulders a little bit more. That's a Jennifer trick. I love that, Jennifer. Good, and then wheel, or you can do a second bridge. Plant your hands by your ears for wheel or second bridge, and up you come. Yeah, if you're coming into wheel, you can slide onto the crown of the head momentarily and then press down to go up. Good, Chris. Nice, Sue. I want my leg to be that straight. That's amazing. Good. Nice use of the block, Jennifer. And then come down. Take a pause. Just take a breath at the floor. And then we'll go up again, bridge or wheel. Just like root down and go up. The power of commitment, staying in it. Good, and then lower down, take a pause. Don't worry, we have another one. And then go up again, bridge or wheel, like right now. Just go to where you can go. Nothing in the way, no stories. Drop your story. And lower down, take a breath. And this is it, last one. So set your hands, set your feet, and right now, yeah, go up. Just go up. Press your shins forward and your heart back. Maybe a softness to the elbows, knees, softening your joints. Good, lift up even higher, lift higher. Go to your, like the peak of the pose, the receiving moment of the pose. And then lower down. Come down, good. Bring the soles of your feet together, knees apart. Supta Baddha Konasana. If there's another posture that your body's craving or needs, do that. And gently draw your knees together. Come into happy baby. Reach for your feet or your knees. You can hold a knee in each hand and rock, or hold onto your feet. Maybe rock side to side. Good, and then bring your knees together and bring your knees to 90 degrees. So you'll line the knees up right over the hips and place your hands on your thighs. So press your hands into your thighs into your hands. Try to pull the rib cage to the mat. The back of the rib cage presses to the mat. Pull the front ribs into the center. Just feel that. Just press your legs into your hands into your legs. Good, and then from there, take your arms up to the ceiling. Fingers reach towards the ceiling. Tuck your chin to your chest and curl your upper body up and just hold. Hold that, knees at 90 degrees. Flex your feet and then press your right foot forward like bicycles. Yeah, right foot forward and then pull it back to center and then left foot forward. But keep the belly firm, chin to chest, curl up even higher. If you need your hands behind your head, that's fine. Good. And again, press. We'll do 5 more. 4, 3, lift the shoulders. 2, good, and 1. And then come on down and hug your knees into your chest and just soft, soft belly. Bring your knees to 90 degrees again. Bring your hands to your thighs. Press your thighs into your hands. That's activating the core muscles. Pull the pit of the belly down. And then take your arms up to the ceiling. Good. And then turn your palms away from each other. And then take your hands to the floor, out in line with your shoulders. Palms to the floor, in line with the shoulders. Open them out, knees at 90 degrees. Now, take your knees over to the right, halfway towards the floor. Hold that, and then bicycle your legs 10 times. Press one foot away and then the other. 9, 8, 7. Keep your shoulders on the floor. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees to 90, bring them back to center, pause. And then take your knees to the left, halfway to the floor. Keep the right shoulder on the floor, bicycle your legs. Flex your feet. 10, pushing away from you. 9, 8, 7, pull the belly to the ground or towards the spine. 4, 3, I lost count. 2, and 1. Knees to 90 degrees, bring them back to center. Hug your knees into your chest. And you'll begin to rock front to back, forward and back, if that feels okay. Once is fine if it doesn't feel good. And then downward facing dog. You'll make your way through Vinyasa, high plank, low plank, upward dog, downward facing dog. Bring your right knee forward for half pigeon. Right knee to right wrist, right foot to left wrist. Or you can come on your back if that's better for your ankles or knees or back. We'll put a block under the hip. Good. And fold forward. Bow forward. If you're holding yourself up on your forearms, just check in. Do you need to? You're just constantly checking in. Am I here because this is where I always go, or am I in default? Just check in, just check. And you'll slowly come up and spin the left leg around to the front. So straighten the left leg out. Bring the right foot to the inner left thigh. The right foot presses into the inner left leg straight. And then reach up and fold forward over your left leg. Bow forward, hinging from the top of the thigh. Good. Drop your forehead towards your leg, your shin. You can even pull the right knee and hip back slightly. A right knee back and roll the right lungs towards the left thigh more. Or you can open Hadley, that's fine too. You can go that direction too. If that feels good, do that. Good, and then you'll slowly come up and you can just swing the right leg back, bend the left knee, half pigeon, or you can go back to down dog, get there that way, however you want. Left leg forward, half pigeon. Sometimes my body's like, no more down dogs. And some days I'm like, bring on the downward dogs. Just check in. Holding forward. allowing for gravity to assist. My teacher, Baron talks here about keeping the back toes tucked. So he likes the right toes tucked. And then, yeah, so you have a little more control over the steering of the hips. And you can pull the right thigh forward, left thigh back. But he likes the back knee to be down. So there's a relaxed quality. And if that doesn't feel good, you can point the toes too, right? It doesn't have to be one way. All right, on your next breath, come on up and swing the right leg around to the front. So straighten the right leg, bring the left foot to the inseam of the right leg. And then reach up and fold forward over the straight right leg. Left knee bent, good. And you roll your left lung towards the right thigh. You can pull the left knee and hip back more, and then you'll get like a bigger stretch through the quadratus, the left lower part of the back. But if it's too much, then you bring the left hip forward versus back. That makes sense. You choose. And drop your head. Let the stretch travel up the muscles in the back. And then slowly come up, extend both legs straight out in front. You can move your sit muscles to the side if you like, reach up, fold forward, hinge forward over your legs. It's okay to bend the knees slightly and give yourself like a hug. You can reach under the thighs. And then come on up for reverse tabletop. Bring your hands behind you. You can have straight legs or bend your knees, feet flat, lift up. Let the head drop back, opening the front of the throat, opening up the space around the collarbones. Try to lift the hips up higher than the knees. Lift up, lift the chest higher than the shoulders. Go up. And then lower your hips down. Come all the way down onto your back. Ease down. Draw your right knee into your chest, straight left leg. Take your twist, hold the right knee in your left hand for a twist. Rinse, you can scoot your hips to the right if you want. Let the right shoulder stay at the floor. Maybe you even look to the right. And bring it back to center and switch sides. Straighten the right, hug the left, knee in, hold it in your right hand, cross it over your body. You can pick your hips up, scoot them left, relax your left shoulder to the ground. You can look left and soften your ear, your jaw, edges of your eyes, edges of your mouth. And gently come back to center for Shavasana. You'll stretch your body out, wiggle around. Let your arms come down by your sides, but slide away from the body, away from the torso. Turn your palms to face up, which is an external rotation, opens the chest and the shoulders more. Let your legs relax away from each other. Let the pelvis just soften towards the ground, like no holding anywhere, no holding back. What happens if there's no holding back? It's complete surrender. Just begin to bring your awareness back to your breath, your physical body. Bend your knees and carefully roll to a comfortable side. Curling up in a fetal position, just pause right there. This pose is the transition from your yoga practice to the rest of your day. So just gather to you what you want to bring with you into your day. And then slowly come on up to a seated posture. And touch the palms of your hands together. Bring your thumbs to your heart center. Lift your thumbs to your forehead center, your third eye of intuition. I hope you have a really intuitive, really beautiful, really brilliant day. Namaste.